Twoje miejsce docelowe jest właśnie tutaj. Typowy kierowca autobusu. Jesteś na miejscu. Zapraszam do oglądania. Jarosław Juszkiewicz.
Tą BM-kę i kręcimy. Może my się stąd wyłamiemy nawet od razu. Tak jest. Dobra, nie było tak źle. Tylko jeszcze trzeba zawrócić. Ta łódka nie ułatwia. Chyba tu dużo różnych przygód mają, że tak chętnie pomagają. No ale parking jest jaki jest. Ważne, że jest. To golfidło to ułatwia. No, zobaczymy. Co nam z tego tu mądrego wyjdzie? Dobra, golfidło się ewakuuje. Coś mnie tak w gardle od rana męczy. Więc tak, kierunek hotel i plan jest następujący. W hotelu zapakujemy walizy, zapakujemy ludzi, spotkamy się z lokalną pilotką tutaj ateńską i robimy wycieczkę objazdową Aten. Nie mam bladego pojęcia gdzie, co i jak, ale od tego jest pilotka, żeby pokazać i powiedzieć. Następnie po południu tego pięknego poniedziałka 18 września po południu udamy się do Rafiny. To jest takie miasto na wybrzeżu wschodnim Grecji i z Rafiny popłyniemy sobie. Tam zostawimy autobus na parkingu, wysadzimy grupę w porcie, pojedziemy na parking, pobiegniemy z parkingu z powrotem do portu. Czuję, że się zgrzeję i promem płyniemy do Mykonos, na wyspę Mykonos, gdzie na wyspie Mykonos w kurorcie Sun Resort będę odbywał swoją 45. Czego chcieć więcej? A następnie 2 dni później wrócimy z powrotem do Rafiny. Z Rafiny wrócimy znowu do Aten. W Atenach znowu spędzimy noc po południu. Przyjedziemy, prześpimy się i rano jedziemy na północ Grecji w stronę Albanii. Tak wygląda plan na najbliższe dni. Na tej wycieczce to ja jeszcze tak naprawdę nie nagrywałem. Jest 17, zaczęliśmy 1, więc jest to też 17 dzień wycieczki. Dzień 17 z 37. Czyli jeszcze nie jesteśmy w połowie. Na wyspie Mykonos będzie połowa wycieczki. Więc tak to ciekawie jest zorganizowane. Jest w ogóle wcześniej, no jest ciemno. 6. pobudka dzisiaj. Wyjątkowo wcześnie, oni śniadanie mają też 6:45, czyli 5 minut temu. Przyjedziemy, ładujemy walizy. No i tak to ma wyglądać. Tak to ma wyglądać, proszę Was. Oj, niewyspany jestem. No ale to niewyspany, bo godzina jest jaka jest. Po prostu jest wcześnie, a pamiętajmy, że ta moja 6:50 to jest tak naprawdę... Mnie to się mieszają te zmiany czasu. Ja już nie wiem w Polsce w którą stronę, nie? Tak, dokładnie, to jest 5:50, czyli dobrze myślałem, ale tak się zastanawiam, 5:50 się jasno robi? No ale tak, południe. Więc rozkoszujcie się tymi pięknymi widokami. Wprost, jak będziemy zjeżdżać z wiaduktu, mój ulubiony budynek z kartonami. Nie wiem, o co tutaj chodzi. Ciekawe, co jest w tych kartonach. Budynek bez okien, regały i kartony. Pełno kartonów z różnymi rzeczami, ale nie wiadomo jakimi. A te kartony to widać, że już spleśniałe, zapadnięte. O co tu chodzi? Co to tu jest? Można sobie kupić nowe auto na taksówkę, nową Skodę. Taki salon to jest samochodowy. Tak się mówi, że to najgorsi kierowcy tu są w Grecji, ale jak tak patrzę na te samochody, to te nie są jakoś strasznie obstukane i poharatane z każdej strony, tak jak włoskie auta. Jest ciężko stwierdzić. Jeszcze nie miałem do czynienia z jakimś takim dramatyzmem na drodze. No ale dojazd od hotelu do hotelu, do hotelu, od hotelu to jeszcze nic nie znaczy. 2 razy taksówką jechałem i też bez zastrzeżeń, płynnie, ładnie, sympatycznie. Włosi to tak szarpią na światła. Łup, jedzie, czerwono, jedzie, nagle łup, staje. Tak jak ja właśnie teraz. No i dużo firm, sklepów i wszystkiego jest pootwierane od 6. To jest też ciekawe. Wcześniej zaczynają swój dzień. I to nie tylko, że kawiarnie czy jakieś takie miejsca, ale warsztaty, one też tu wcześniej już były pootwierane. Szybko to wszystko otwiera. Wcześniej oni dzień zaczynają. Jak o 5 bodajże 10 wyszedłem z hotelu, o 6:10 wyszedłem z hotelu, to już był tłok na drodze. Rondo bez ronda. Bardzo mało jest tu znaków o pierwszeństwie. Nie jest tak jak u nas, że wszędzie te znaki są powtórzone i widoczne. Tak to wygląda, jak ktoś tu bombą pierdolnął i próbował to naprawić z patyków i z gówna. Tak to wygląda, te niektóre ulice. Pod hotelem wszystkie miejsca zajęte, bo parking. Wczoraj było pusto w ciągu dnia, teraz rano jest zawalone. Więc będzie trzeba zrobić tak zwany double parking. A gorzej jak będę ładować walizkę, nagle ktoś się obudzi, że chce wyjechać. No sorry! Ciekawe, czy z tego prawego zaraz będzie ktoś tam też w lewo skręcać. Może się w końcu zaprzyjaźnimy z jakimś greckim kierowcą.
Five minutes later.
Good morning. Happy birthday, man. Do you know how to say good morning in Greek? Kalimera. Perfect. Kalimera. A lot of people say calamari. Let me teach you how to say I love you in Greek. Sagapo. Great. Wow. In a while I will guide in Greek. So, are you ready to start? My name is Barbara. I'll be your guide for today. You had your first Greek course. If you wish, I could write your names in Greek on the ticket when we are going to give you later on in order to enter the Acropolis. So if you wish, I can write your names in Greek on them. Now, I apologize in advance. I would need to point out where I want our driver to go, so if you don't mind that. Are you ready? Great. How is the spirits this morning? Excellent. This is what I want to hear. So Greek language is a phonetic language with 24 letters and its own alphabet. Not the Syriacal, not the Latin, but the Greek alphabet. Only ancient Greek has the same alphabet as modern Greek, but ancient Greek is much more different and much more difficult than modern Greek. So ancient Greek can be as much as Greek to you, also Greek to us. Would you like me to start with a legend? Do you like legends?
Yes.
Okay, but first I would like to explain you that in antiquity, every city was an independent state with its own rules, its own army, its own government. And city-states would fight each other sometimes, but they were all Greeks, they spoke the same language, and they believed in the same gods. They called their gods Olympian because they believed that their residence was on the highest mountain of Greece, the mountain Olympus, which is located in northern Greece in Macedonia. So the city-state of Athens was very beautiful in antiquity. It was called Kekropia from the name of its king Kekros, and the great gods according to Greek mythology. Athena, the goddess of wisdom, and Poseidon, the god of the sea, had a fight for the total rights and the protection of this city. As you can imagine, the inhabitants didn't want to disappoint neither of them, so they decided that the god who would give the most precious, the most beautiful present to the city, he would also give his name to it. According to that legend, this contest took place on the rocky hill of the Acropolis. So Poseidon, first to show his might, struck the rock so forcibly with his trident. Do you know what the trident is? And salty water gushed forth. The inhabitants didn't have what to do, salty water, so they didn't say anything. They waited Atena's turn. She launched with her lance, with her spear, on the ground, and an olive tree, the first olive tree of the world, sprang forth. So the inhabitants of the city and the other Olympian gods who were present at this contest like judges pronounced her as the winner because she had made a present of a plant till then unknown and of such usefulness to men. For that reason we call our city Athena in Greek and not Poseidonia, and on the top of the rocky hill there was a sanctuary dedicated to her, to goddess Athena. So Acropolis is the hill on the top of which the Parthenon and the other monuments were built. Acro means the edge, polis means city. So actually Acropolis means the highest point of the city, the edge of the city. I don't like tiring you with a lot of dates. I think it's enough to remember that on the top of the Acropolis there are 4 monuments dating in the middle of the 5th century BC, which means that they were built about 2,500 years ago, while on the slopes there is a Roman theatre which no one can visit as an archaeological site because performances are held here, ancient tragedies, comedies, concerts. We will see the theater from farther up, from the top of the Acropolis. In a while, over there, we will turn on the left. Okay. So look on the right, there is a beautiful building, which was the first parliament of Greece after the liberation from the Turks. You see, Greece was under the Turkish occupation for about 400 years. So this was the first parliament. Today it houses the historical museum of the city. And now in a while you will see the most beautiful monuments of the modern city. And we will turn on the left. Please keep the sign on the right, because after a while we will turn. So Athens became the capital of Greece in 1834, and it was then, because back then it was a village, they built beautiful monuments to decorate the new capital of Greece. In a while on the Acropolis, I will show you, you will get to know the styles of ancient Greek architecture. When they used them in order to build modern buildings, we call this style neoclassical or new classical, and this is the style in which those monuments were built in the middle of the 19th century to decorate the new capital of Greece. Athens was chosen because of its glorious past. Keep this line if it's possible wherever you see. This is on the right. It's the Roman Catholic Cathedral of Athens, dedicated to the patron saint of the city, Saint Denis. Just next to it, this building, which looks like a Byzantine church, is the Eye Hospital of Athens. And now you will see on your right the three most beautiful monuments of the modern city. First of all is the Academy of Art and Literature, which gives us an idea of how ancient temples looked like in antiquity. Look, in front of the Academy are the statues of two philosophers sitting, is Socrates and Plato, while on those two columns you see the statue of Athena and the statue of Apollo. He was the god of music and light according to Greek mythology. This is the first university of Greece on the right, decorated with frescoes at its entrance, while in front of us you see this beautiful monument was the National Library of Athens. Look at the owls on the top of the roof. The owl was the symbol of wisdom, the symbol of goddess Athena, the symbol of the city of Athens. Now we will turn on the right, but in the main road, not very close to here, but in the main road. You see over there. In front of us, you see a yellowish building. You will see it much better as we will turn on your left-hand side. This was the first hospital of Athens in the middle of the 19th century. Today it houses the cultural center of the city. So I would like to give you an idea of our tour. First of all, we are going to do the city drive. You will see the most beautiful monuments of the modern city, and then we will make a stop in front of the stadium where the first modern Olympic Games took place in the April of 1896. So we'll make a photo stop there, and then our driver will take us to the Acropolis. I'm going to guide you, and then you will walk from the Acropolis to Plaka, to Monastiraki area, where are all the restaurants, the souvlaki areas. I'm going to give you information about that, and you will have some free time before you depart for the port. The thing is that you will meet our driver in front of the Parliament. We are going to pass in front of the Parliament in a while, and I will show you the exact place where he will pick you up. The thing is that in front of the Parliament he cannot park. So you need to be, all of you there, and he will come to pick you up. Because you need the bus. You don't want the bus to go somewhere else. Anyway, I will show you now the place where he is picking you up. It's the 0 point of Athens, the 0 point of Greece is Syntagma Square. Syntagma means constitution. I will show you the Parliament in a while. In front of the Parliament are the guards of honor. They wear the national costume of the 19th century, and they change every hour at the top of the hour. It's very interesting. So we said that you can watch the changing of the guards at 3 o'clock in front of the Parliament, and then at 3:05 he will come to pick you up. I will show you where in a while. Is it clear? We will repeat it, but now I need to show you where. Okay, so Syntagma is the main square of Athens. Actually, the center of Athens has 3 squares. One is Syntagma, the main square, the 0 point, as we said, where is the Parliament. Actually, you can see the Parliament in front of us, but in front of the Parliament, where is the monument of the unknown soldier? Where are the guards? You will watch the changing of the guards. So Syntagma means constitution. Monastiraki is where, which means the small monastery. It's where the flea market begins, is part of the Plaka area. Plaka is the old district of Athens with shops, restaurants, cafeterias, narrow paths. The amazing thing with Plaka and Monastiraki is where you are there, you forget that you're in the center of a huge city. You think you're on an island. Look now, as we return on the right, it's two-way, the street. You will keep the line on the left, not on the other side.
Yeah, so we go like around the
Parliament, exactly. Thanks. Take your time. If you see that it's red for us or orange, stay there. We have the time. We are not in a hurry. So this is the Parliament in front of us. It was built as the royal palace. It was built as the residence of the first king of Greece after the liberation from the Turks, the Bavarian king Otto, who pronounced the first constitution of Greece, Syntagma, from his palace. So the square in front of the Parliament is called Syntagma. So this is the Parliament. In front of it you will see the guards of honor. They change every hour at the top of the hour, so be there 5 minutes earlier. And you can watch the changing of the guards, and if you want I can tell you a funny story with me and the guards during my first city tour later on. So look now, on the left our driver will turn and you will have on your left hand side the view to the Parliament. On the other side he will pick you up. He will pick you up on the other side. You can stop for a few seconds here so that they can see. Look on the left. Look now, you see the guards. Do you see the pompons on their shoes? In those pompons, the Greeks during the Greek Revolution against the Turks used to hide daggers, small knives in those pompons. Look at him, this policeman. He is the most I mean, the worst policeman ever. So if he sees you, no, really, I hate him.
The guy.
We all hate him.
Right.
Yes, yes. He just
like
shouts. So do you see in between the guards? You see the monument of the unknown soldier. This is why the guards are here. So they are in the army now. They change every hour at the top of the hour. It's very interesting to watch the changing of the guards. As we said, it takes place every hour. So if you are a few minutes earlier, and now look, he can't pick you up in front of the Parliament. So you will go a little bit further, maybe behind the double-decker. Can you see the double-decker? Somewhere there, he will pick you up. Okay, but you need to be on time. He can park. And if he is around, it will be an issue. So, at what time did we say? 3:05. You are great. Look now, you will be coming for your orientation. Monastiraki area is straight down. But I will help you with your orientation from the Acropolis. When you get there to Plakario, when you go straight up, he's coming. Let's go. You're coming here. I know you're perfect with Googling. So maybe somewhere there, let's say opposite the trunk, but you need to go from the other side. He will come to pick you up from the other side. While you will turn to the right after the Parliament, from where we came, but you will go straight. Now. On your left-hand side now, you see the former Royal Gardens. This is the National Park of Athens today, with thousands of different plants, trees and flowers. It's free to
So what?
Give me. I open the door to say a few words to her.
Συγγνώμη, είναι δυνατόν να κρίνετε όλο τον δρόμο? Ναι, τι θα γίνει όμως εδώ? Γιατί δεν παρκάρατε εδώ, κυρία μου? Κάντε όπιστα και βάλτε το εκεί. Ολόκληρο πούλμα θα περιμένει εσάς. Απόλυτα σοβαρότατα.
This is Greece. You know, Athens increased after the Second World War. So there was a building boom in 1870s. No one thought of the parking places. So because there weren't so many cars back then, so there was a building boom in 1870s and no one thought of the parking lots, and they went on building one block of flats next to the other. So as you see, we park on sidewalks, we double park. Doesn't matter if we... No, we don't do that, only she did that. So now we will go on the left, but not here, the next crossroads. There's a line for, the sign is on the left. Don't worry about those lines, the truck goes there. They made a mistake here, I think. So you can follow when you go there. I'm sorry. I'm speaking to you, and then you see where are the white cars. We will turn on the left when it's green. So now you're going to see the columns of the Temple of Zeus, which was the largest temple of the ancient world. It had double the size of the Parthenon in front of you on your left-hand side. And also you see the bronze statue of Alexander the Great on your left-hand side, which was displayed here BC, I mean before COVID. It's a new era, yes. So you see the columns, you will see much better, you will have a greater view as we will turn on the right. Imagine that this temple had double the size of the Parthenon, and it had 104 columns once. Today there are only 15 columns standing and one lying, because the Turks, during the Turkish occupation, used the marble as constructive material for building a mosque. She's great. So look at the columns of the Temple of Zeus on the right. It was a huge temple. And now, my dear friends, we are reaching the stadium where the first modern Olympic Games took place in the April of 1896. It's the only stadium in the world made of marble. Actually, they used a special kind of marble which consists iron in it, so it gives to the monuments this yellowish, this golden color. It's the only marble that Greece does not export. You see, Greece is the second country in Europe in marble production after Italy. We export marble in different kinds, in different colors, but we do not export this special kind of marble because we use it for the restoration of the monuments. Because also the temples on the Acropolis were made of this very special kind of marble. So during the Olympic Games of 2004, archery was held here, and also it was used as the finish line of marathon race, which is a modern athletic event. It was introduced for the first time in 1896. We turn on the left, and then after we turn on the right is the stadium. So it was built in 1895 for the first modern Olympic Games, which were held here in the April of 1896. 69,000 spectators the capacity. Before 2004 it was open to the public, but now since 2004, to tell the truth, we have too many stadiums for athletic events, so now in order to enter it we need to pay entrance fees, but you can approach it, take pictures of it, and when you approach it, look behind you, you will see the Acropolis, so you can take pictures with both backgrounds. We can go there earlier, we can go to the restaurants, we can be ready, we can show them everything. What do you think here? 2 minutes to 10. So we make a photo stop for 10 minutes. When you approach it, as I said, look behind you, you will see the Acropolis, so you can take pictures with both backgrounds. Wherever you are, please watch your things. Pickpockets can be found everywhere. You will see gypsies selling tablecloths. They will tell you that they're handmade. If you wash them, they will turn into napkins. Don't show interest. If you show interest, you will not get rid of them. It was clear where he's
I'll send them a pin as well.
This is so helpful nowadays. Yeah. past we did things that I don't know how we managed to have an appointment and to meet with each other.
It actually worked out.
Yeah.
Both there at the same
Now
time.
I think we are spoiled.
Yes.
Everything is easier. So we don't try a lot. Here you will park. You will park in front of the stadium a little bit. Where are the lights? You know, from here, close to the lights. So here we are. On your right you see the birthplace of the modern Olympic Games, the only stadium in the world made of marble. So our meeting point will be on the bus. We will depart from here 10 minutes after 8.
I want to run it.
Yeah, we've got to drive to people.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pam.
Thank you.
Thanks, Pam.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Pat. Thank you.
1 week later.
Why didn't you go take any photos?
Been here so many times.
No, you haven't. This is your first time. I saw it on your Instagram.
They all just walked up, like we're all
National Gallery. We will turn on the left, excuse me, on the right, and then we will go here.
All right.
So I promised first of all I would like to thank you so very much for your attention and for your interest, for your smile. Did I say thank you for your smile? From early in the morning. Thank you. It's so important. So I would like to tell you that about the marathon races I promised. Marathon race, it's a modern athletic event. It was introduced for the first time in 1896 in Athens. I will tell you which event inspired the organizers of the first modern Olympic Games to introduce marathon race as an athletic event. At the beginning of the 5th century BC, Persians invaded Greece from Marathon Bay, and there a battle took place between the Athenians and the Persians. Although heavily outnumbered, the Athenians defeated the Persians, and the Athenian general Miltiades sent a messenger to go to the center of Athens to announce the good news of victory. He ran non-stop from Marathon, from the battlefield. He came to Athens, he announced the good news of victory, and he died of exhaustion. He was the first marathon runner. Don't forget that he had to fight with the Persians earlier. So he was the first marathon runner. His name was Phidippides, and according to a legend, he ran barefoot. So this was the event which inspired the organizers of the modern Olympic Games to introduce marathon race as an athletic event, and for that reason we say that the Athenian marathon race, it's the authentic one, the classical way, because its starting line is in Marathon, very near the battlefield, and its finish line is here in this stadium, and also because it was introduced for the first time as an athletic event for the Olympic Games, which were held in Athens, and the first Olympic winner in marathon race was an Athenian. His name was Pyrrhus Louis. So since 2004, I told you that we use this stadium as the finish line of marathon race and for the Olympic flame. Very often people ask me when we get here, where is the flame? No games, no flame, huh? We put it out with the end of the games and we light it few months before the beginning of the games. But the flame is never lit here. The flame is lit in Olympia. Olympia is the birthplace of the ancient Olympic Games. It's about 200 miles from here to the south, and they light it there with the help of a mirror and the concentration of sun rays, and then marathon runners bring the flame here in Athens. They change every kilometer. It's more than 300 kilometers, and imagine now the best athletes from Greece from each period entering the stadium with the flame, with the torch, offering it to the representative of the city which organizes the games. You know, inside the stadium there is a museum where they keep all the torches since 1936. You see, the Olympic flame wasn't a custom from antiquity. It was introduced for the first time by the Nazis in 1836 for the Olympic Games, which were held in Berlin. So since then we light it in Olympia, and we light it every 2 years because we light it also for the Winter Olympic Games. So in a while we'll be reaching the Acropolis. I would like to give you some information now, some practical information about our visit. First of all, you will get your tickets. They're beautiful tickets, having the picture of the Parthenon on them, and then next to them you will see an empty space. There's where I'm going to write your name, but I'm going to do it phonetically. I will write the sound of your names with Greek letters, because you see, Greek language is very phonetic. We write as we read, no imagination, no silent letters. Look now on the left. Do you see this hill with the white chapel on the top? This is the highest point of the modern city. The white chapel is dedicated to St. George. The hill is called Lykapetus, and there's a cable car, a funicular leading to the top. So you will need your tickets. They will scan them in order to enter the archaeological site, one per person. In the archaeological site, only water is allowed. Food or soft drinks or smoking are not allowed in the archaeological site. There are restrooms outside the archaeological site. I will show you where they are if we have any emergencies. I will show you where is the exit, because I'm going to guide you on the Acropolis. And then after I finish my guiding, if some of you would like, I will write your names in Greek. It's great because the other guides think I'm giving autographs. The only thing is, because they're, you know, they're a little bit jealous. They see that. They come and make, if you are a little bit, you know, you're excited and you speak a little loud and they are guiding, they're a little bit rude sometimes. So please have this in mind. We will do it in our way, okay, at peace. Go straight. After, where is the trolley bus for return? So then you will have your free time on the Acropolis. And when you take your way down from the exit, for that reason it's very important to see before we enter, from the exit, I will show you from where you will go to get to Monastiraki area, which is the favorite meeting point of all the young people, of all the Athenians, especially in the evening. There are restaurants there. You can find the pita bread. I will show you all the souvlaki. I will tell you what it's there. Look now on the right. This is the National Gallery of Athens. And look on the left. There is an impressive glass sculpture of a marathon runner. You see, it's made of green glass. It's Very impressive. And this is the former Athenian Hilton. When it was built, it was the highest building in Athens. It's not anymore. So in Monastiraki, as I said, it's the beginning of the flea market. You will find. Do you know the souvlaki? Have you heard of it? Have you heard of the word gyro or gyros in Greek?
Yes.
If you say it in Greek, be very, very careful how you will pronounce it. You don't want an old man on a skewer, because gyros is what you want. Gyros is an old man, so be careful. Gyros. So gyros, have in mind that here in Greece we have gyros only out of pork or chicken. You can find also kebab, but we don't have gyros lamb. You can find lamb in a restaurant, but a piece of meat. We eat lamb, but not gyros. So then they take you the pita, they give you the pita bread, you choose the meat, and then they will put the tzatziki sauce. Have you heard of it? It's made of yogurt, garlic, and cucumber. Then they will add onion, tomatoes, potatoes. But if you don't like something of those, you need to be very fast, because they are faster than you, and they will put it in. So you have a whole meal packed, wrapped in a pita bread. Meat, salad, sauce, everything. And bread. And this is not very expensive. I mean, I think €3. Depends if you are sitting or if you are taking it and go. So you will spend your free time. Always you will be careful, you will watch your things. Have in mind that nothing is for free. If they offer you something, it's not for free. I mean, they're gypsies selling or giving you roses, and then if you take them, they will chase you.
5 minutes later.
So don't show interest. May I ask you, do you have any questions till now about what we're going to do? Please do ask. This is what I'm here for. Maybe I'm not very clear. Of course, we will repeat some things. You know, the last 2 weeks, it's new system now which we use for the Acropolis, because the queues were so long that we were waiting there under the sun. I think we were together the last time. We could wait about an hour to get in. So now they give us time slots. So we are perfect with the timing. Only we are a big family. So I will hold something so that you can see me from a distance. Now, look, I don't want to force you to listen to me, but you do understand. When I see the majority of the group around me, I start talking, and I have pictures to show you how the monuments look like, and of course I will give you information. But maybe some of you are not interested. This is what usually happens, and those who are interested are spending their time waiting with me for them, but I'm not sure who is interested. I don't want to force you to stay with me. The important thing is that you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop in front of the monument, provide you with information, but especially the hardest part is not to get in. The hardest part is to pass through the ancient gate, which is inside the archaeological site. So there, it's impossible that we walk together, and they will not let us, if it's very crowded, they will not let us stop in front of the ancient gate. So don't worry about that. We will enter the gate, and we will meet in front of the Parthenon in the shade. You will see as you pass through the gate, On the right, in front of the temple, I will wait for you. Please do ask if something is not clear. It's very uneven, it's very slippery. It seems funny now. I fell last year. We can go from here if you want. If it's still the policeman, she was great. We can go from here and then we return on the left to go to the Akropol.
She was where the policeman was.
Yes, she was great. I hope she's still there. So what I was saying.
You fell last year. Yeah, you fell over. Yeah.
I fell over, yes. Thank you so much for paying attention. I didn't do it on purpose, sometimes I do it. But my point is, if you see me falling, don't follow me. And the second thing is, I fell because I wasn't very careful. It's very important, be very careful. I was lucky, but some of my friends weren't, so be careful, please. Look, in front of us, you see the Acropolis. Do you see the walls, the fortifications? Because it was used also as a citadel in case of emergency. Something few people know, it was spring-fed. In case of emergency, people were living all around because this was a holy place, but in case of emergency, they had water. It was spring-fed. So we will go on the left. I hope she is somewhere here. If she isn't, we will follow the lights. She is over there. Yeah. It was closed the last year. I don't know what our mayor was doing. She's with us. She's amazing. We love her. We need you in Athens every day. Look now, on the left is a gate. It's made of marble. The gate was built here by the Athenians to honor the only Roman emperor who did not take treasuries from Greece to Rome, Hadrian. When he came in Athens, he passed through that gate. He was the only one who completed temples, built, follow the van, the white one. He completed temples, he respected the ancient Greek civilization, so he was honored by this gate, which we today call Hadrian's Arch, Hadrian's Gate. On the right at the lights and straight up we are on the Akropol. So, you will meet your driver again after the visit of the Acropolis, after your free time in Monastiraki area. Do you remember the time you're meeting him? At 3:05 by Syntagma Square, by the Parliament, which means take what you need with you and leave the rest of your things here.
305 to get pick Ateny with you, leave the rest of you. Okay. What I do?
Now we go straight up and it's the parking place. I will show you where we will land. Here on the right is the new Akropolis Museum, which is a masterpiece of its kind. The biggest part, it's made of glass because just behind it you will see now the Parthenon on the Athenian Acropolis, the greatest temple of all, which was built 2,500 years ago. place, but for example, I was in Sicily last month, and there are so many temples, all of them Greek, because they were Greek colonies. And they have survived quite impressively. I was really impressed. Give me 1 minute.
Yeah, sure thing.
Look here, where you see the grey bus is the entrance. I don't know what he's doing. Most probably it's very crowded, so he don't know where to go.
On left or we gonna...
You go here, you enter.
Alright, yeah, I see.
And then if you want to go to the other parking place, only it's a little bit small. So from here we enter, we go on the right, you stop there, we get off, and then they meet you again. You go at 3:10 at the Parlament. Yeah, perfect. You have the parking space. May I show you something first? Let's say that this is the Parliament. Okay,
Can I show you?
Yes, please. Okay, keep it.
5 minutes later.
No i dzień dobry, jak na wstępie. Chciałem jechać zaparkować. Tego to ja się tutaj nie spodziewałem. Myślałem, że ten city tour będzie dłuższy. Pojadę, zostawię, wysadzę. Pierwszy raz to robię. To się okazuje, że city toura koniec. I dziś teraz muszę się jechać zainstalować. Nie mam pojęcia gdzie. Zobaczmy, czy mi coś tutaj podpowiada mój notes. Nie. Albo wyjechać z miasta pozostaje. Co my tu mamy? Tu mamy nasz hotel. Tu mamy parking i myjnie. Dobra, jadę. Na razie wbiłem MB. Pojedziemy na stację. Taką na wylotówce. Będziemy się martwić. Bo pod tym Akropolem to nie ma absolutnie co stać. A w międzyczasie wdrożymy w życie plan B.
Your destination at 9:02 a.m. Turn right, then take the second left. second rise.
Oj. Tu autobus zrobił przygodę. No tu rzeczywiście. To jest stąd. To jest dramat. Tu autobus tak panią załatwił. No pani tak zaparkowała, to autobus panią zrobił, no. Grecja. No i zasada w Grecji, to już się nauczyłem. Follow blue signs. Czyli nie jedziemy prosto. Jak znak niebieski jest tu, to jedziemy tu. I na tych skuterach to jeżdżą jak chcą. I na czerwonych, i bez kasków, i pod prąd. Gałąź. No to ładnie tam pani samochód ktoś załatwił. Ale ciekawe jak to w Grecji działa. Czyli ktoś nie przyjdzie i nie powie, no tak, ale tu nie wolno parkować. He.
After 100 meters, turn right, 91.
To jest ogólnie droga, na którą chcemy wjechać. Podniesiemy na wszelki wypadek. Przydałoby się teraz gdzieś przyczaić i popatrzeć. W najgorszym wypadku pojadę na ten parking, co stałem w nocy i tyle. O, tu stoją autobusy. O. Czyżbyśmy się tu mieli pojechać przyczaić? Tak to wygląda. A, z tyłu policja. I czy to oznacza, że tu że nie wolno? Czy że oni też sobie tutaj parking zrobili? Ryzykowne to jest. tak trzeba przyczaić, tyle. Tak widzę, wszyscy parkują. Chyba na razie tak zrobimy, że się tak przyczaimy tutaj. Nie ma żadnej gałęzi, niczego. O, tu są gałęzie. No i pomyślimy, co nam z tego wyjdzie.
1 hour later.
Dobra, jedziemy przećwiczyć w inne miejsce. Zobaczymy, co nam z tego ciekawego wyjdzie. Patrzcie, o 405 jedzie. O, jakie ma lampy z tyłu inne. Ale to o 405. Zdecydowanie.
You will arrive at your destination at 9:42 a.m.
Że mam tu w prawo skręcić?
Turn right, then turn right.
No zaraz zobaczymy, czy to jest do zrobienia.
Turn right, then turn right.
Nie, tam się w prawo nie złamie potem.
After 100 meters, turn right, then at the end of the road, turn right. Turn right, then at the end of the road, turn right. After 100 meters,
Nie, ja nie jadę tą ulicą, jadę tą obok. O,
After 200 meters, turn right, then turn
czy da się na tym skrzyżowaniu pojechać w lewo?
turn right, then turn right.
Niekoniecznie.
After 350 meters, turn right, then take the second right.
Ale da się w prawo tam pojechać.
Turn right, then take the second right.
No nie. Nawet nie będę próbował. Chociaż tu byśmy przejechali.
After 100 meters,
Więc pewnie i tu
bear right,
przejedziemy.
then turn right. Bear right, then turn right.
Dla mnie stop.
After 300 meters, turn right, then turn right.
skomplikowane, ale chyba wyjechaliśmy tam, gdzie chcieliśmy wyjechać.
Turn right, 91.
Cel został osiągnięty. Bez ofiar. Dużo takich dziwnych miejsc, gdzie by się można przyczaić i siedzieć. Nawet cień jest po tej stronie. No zobaczymy. O, 405. Ale zaszczurzona. Tu by można stanąć, co? Dobra, za późno. Dobra, ale możemy zawsze tu wrócić i stanąć w tłumie, w grupie. To zawsze raźniej. Tu na przykład też znaku zakazu nie ma. Tu też znaku zakazu nie ma. Sobie tu na chwilę stańmy i popatrzmy na mapę. Nawet przy krawężniku nie mamy tej ciągłej linii. Może w tym szaleństwie jest metoda. Zobaczmy znowu, gdzie jesteśmy.
One hour later.
I nie marudź. Jadę odebrać grupę. A do zobaczenia, koniec filmu. No w sumie to już nic tu dalej nie chciałem nagrywać, ale nie lubię, jak czasami filmy są tak ucięte nagle, więc zakończenie nagrałem.